Good evening. My name is Mrs. Robbie, and I'm one of the sixth grade band teachers. We are so excited for you to be here for our spring concert. The students have worked very hard, and we're really excited to share this concert with you. This is one of the largest groups we've had on our Strongsville Middle School stage, so we're really excited. Again, the students put in a lot of effort for tonight. We're going to play 3 pieces for you, and I'm going to start off the concert by introducing one of our students who's going to introduce the piece. So Netta, will you come on?
My name is Netta Chu, and I play percussion in the 6th grade band. The dragon dance is a popular event in traditional Chinese culture, especially during Chinese New Year celebrations. Originating during the Han Dynasty, the dance is carried out by a team of performers that carry the dragon on poles, fluidly mimicking its supposed movements. We hope you enjoy dragon dance.
My name is Stephen, and I play tuba in the 6th grade band. Spooky Magic takes you on a forbidden tour of dark, once grandly stated, dwelling, falling from grace, forgotten by time. Enjoy your forbidden tour of this abandoned structure, but be careful. No one really knows what lurks behind the boarded-up windows and creaky staircase. We hope you enjoy Spooky Magic.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming. And we're so excited, as Mrs. Robley said, to present our concert to you tonight. This is just one part of our whole evening of music. Of course, we split it up so that we can have space for everybody. 6th grade first. After this, at 6:30, and before you leave, out in the Commons, the jazz band will be performing. And then at 7:30 is our 7th and 8th grade band. All of this is live streamed and will be archived as well, just so everybody knows that is going on as well.
All right, just a couple of announcements. In your program, you will see some information on Summer Band. We highly recommend that if you're in town to sign up for Summer Band. It's in July. I believe it starts on July 8th. It's in the mornings. It gives the students a chance to keep playing over the summer, and we do some really fun tunes. And it's for grade students who are going into grades 6 through 8, so it's a nice variety and make some new friends. So if you're able to be in town those weeks, we highly recommend it. The registration deadline is May 17th, so that's coming up pretty fast. We always recommend private lessons over the summer as well. It can be for students who need a little extra help. It can be for students who just want to play for fun and get really advanced on their instrument. But that individual instruction is really wonderful for students. If you're able to do some private lessons, we will have a lesson list up on our students' Google Classroom you can check out. Solo and Ensemble. Students went to Solo and Ensemble event this year, and we had so many groups and students who played together, and we had a number of solos who played together, and every group that went received either a superior or excellent rating, which they will receive medals in class this week for that. So all the students who were involved in Solo and Ensemble, will you please stand so you can be recognized? That's pretty awesome to have 6th graders involved in that, so we're very proud. I do want to say some thank yous to our administration team, Mrs. Boydum, Mrs. Peters, Dr. Ryba, Mrs. Pelko, the whole school board, all of the support, Mr. Sispansky, Mr. Howes. They support us in our school district so much with music education. We're so grateful. Our recording crew for being here and live streaming our event, thank you so much. SIMB and our parent volunteers, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. Our maintenance crew and our custodial staff are just absolutely wonderful, and they help us so much, so thank you very much for that. I do want to give a special round of applause for these students because they have worked very, very hard. They put in a lot of time, and I'm very proud of them. So let's give them a big round of applause. And of course, to our parents and families and community members who are here. So students, why don't you give your families a nice round of applause for their support. All right, we're going to continue on with our final piece.
My name is Logan, and I play clarinet in the 6th grade band. Our last selection will let you see a glimpse of some of the fun we have during band rehearsals. This piece has it all. A fun drum groove, a catchy melody, and a harmonic drive to finish the concert as rock stars. We hope you enjoy our final piece, Rockstar.
Thank you so much. You can see how much fun we have. So thank you so much for coming to our concert. In just a few minutes, we're going to have a jazz band out in the Commons, so you're all invited. If you have time to come and watch them, they're going to be fabulous. And we will let our students, we're going to release them in an orderly fashion to you. So thank you so much. Okay, hold on.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for sticking around to watch the jazz band portion. So here's the Strongsville Middle School Jazz Band, and we're really thrilled to present our presentation for you today. We have a number of soloists you'll hear, and today the first one is the hit song Earth, Wind & Fire, September, and we'll be featuring Dylan, Stephen, and Jacob in that as soloists. Our second one is a bit different in style, and you all recognize this one as well. It's called What a Wonderful World. Our next tune features a whole bunch of soloists, so we're real excited to have them solo. Most of them, actually all of them, will be improvisation. This one is entitled Second Line. Soloists Stephen, Addison, Alex, and Seth. Here is Second Line. Our last number is another one we'll all recognize. It's called Eye of the Tiger. Again, thanks for coming out and listening. Next weekend, we'll be participating, as we normally do every year, in music in the parks, where they'll perform at a local high school, and then go and enjoy the day at Cedar Point after that. They're adjudicated at the school, so there'll be a panel of 2 judges who will listen to them play 3 of the songs we played today, actually the ones we just played, and give us comments and feedback. And then they get to have a good day at the park to celebrate a good year. Here is Eye of the Tiger. Next thing on our concert series this evening is our 7th and 8th grade bands, and they'll be performing starting at 7:30 in the auditorium.
Hello? Awesome. Hi, I'm Mr. Tyson. I'm one of the directors for the 7th grade band. The other one is Mr. Chizzy, who you'll be seeing here very shortly. Our first piece that we played for you is called Starfire Fanfare by Randall Standards, which is kind of about like galactic. You know, since it's May 4th, coming right off of that, we hear it's Star Wars, kind of like Star Wars would be cool. The next thing we're going to play for you is called Asian Folk Rhapsody, and it takes a Chinese folk song, a Japanese folk song, and a Korean folk song, and kind of puts them into one. The students asked me to let you know, please do not clap between the two movements, or all three movements. There'll just be a very short pause between all three. Okay? I hope you guys enjoy Asian Folk Rhapsody.
Good evening, everyone. Just a few things I would like to say to recognize the students and to let everybody know about before we do our last two numbers. First of all, I'd like to recognize all the students on the stage who participated in the solo and ensemble contest this past few months ago. And they all did a fantastic job. I think everybody here in Strongsville got either a superior or excellent rating. Could you please stand if you participated in solo and ensemble? If you're a percussionist, wave. Couple percussionists, yeah. These students, if you are not aware of what that is, they learn a solo. You can sit back down if you like. You can stay standing if you want. These students learned a solo, or they got together with a few friends and learned an ensemble, and they did that mostly on their own with some coaching from us directors. They went to play for a judge and who gave them some comments and also an ultimate rating, which they all did fantastic. They'll be receiving their medals for that tomorrow in class, or at least the next couple of days. Along with that, similar to that, I should say, this weekend we're hosting the OMEA Large Group Contest, which is similar to the solo ensemble, but for bands, orchestras, and choirs. And it's hosted right here. We'll have 15 different bands and orchestras from around the area come here to perform for us. Panel 3 judges. The 7th grade is participating on our concert calendar for the year. Our time is 4:30, so the best thing for them to do is just to stay here, bring their green, and we start warm-up at 4 o'clock, and then they perform 3 songs at 4:30. Along with that, we do need some, before I move on, open to the public. So parents, please, if you're available, come and listen. Just to remind you though, no recordings are allowed of any kind. That's an OMEA rule. We do need a few more parents to help, mostly with what we call the door monitors back here. Basically open and close the doors in between groups to make sure people from other schools know where they're going. So we do need some help Friday and Saturday. If you're interested and able, let me know. I think we're good on student help. And last but not least, and we'll play our last 2 songs, I want to plug our summer band program, which has been going on for a long time and is always a popular thing with those who participate. So in your program is a link and a QR code and a link to the information about this year's summer band program. So please consider having your student participate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the 7th grade band. And now we're going to switch to the 8th grade band. We're going to move the 7th graders down in the first 3 rows down here. While the 8th grade, they are leaving out the back, coming around this way. So give us a moment. We'll turn the lights back on in a second, and we're going to switch groups.
Good evening. My name is Mr. King. I'm the director of bands at Strongsville High School, and I also conduct the 8th grade band. I wanted to take a moment to recognize some of our students who did solo ensemble contests, and also were part of the District 4 honors band, where they got to go and perform at Berea High School's Performing Arts Center with a lot of other students from other schools. If you were in solo ensemble, could you please stand? Go ahead and stand, solo ensemble. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. And then if you were in the District 4 honors band, would you please stand and be recognized? All right, let's give them a big round of applause. Would like to mention a couple of things, especially for our returning members for marching band coming up this summer. These guys are at an exciting time in their life when they are getting ready to transition to high school, which could be a nervous time. But we hope that being with our marching band will help to get them acclimated to the high school climate even faster. They'll know all these upperclassmen before school even starts, which will be great. So please keep in mind the information that I've sent out with the summer calendars. Okay, band camp happens at our high school, and more information is to follow. But the first time that I'll see them again, it's called Freshman Days, and it's at the end of July. Flag camp and flag clinics are going to be coming up in another week for our flags. And then our drumline auditions are due on next Friday. So we're getting a lot of things put together here in preparation for the summertime and looking on for marching band. And I do want to point out, it's never too late. Doors always open. So if your student does change their mind, the door's always open. We'd love to have them come on back. So we're going to move on now in our program. A ballad by Robert Sheldon. We hope that you enjoy As Twilight Falls. Before we play our last number, I want to say a big thank you to my colleagues, Mr. Tyson and Mrs. Robley and Mr. Chizzy. Can we give them a big round of applause, please? Also want to give a big shout out to the jazz band and the 7th grade band. Let's give them a big round of applause. I want to thank Mr. Benson for our live stream tonight. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Benson. And I want to say a really big thank you to our administration here who allows us to have such a great music program in Strongsville. Dr. Ryma and Mrs. Boydham, let's give them a big round of applause. I do want to encourage everybody to take part in the summer program, our summer band program. So we hope to see you in that. Also, private lessons is a great thing to get into, especially those continuing into high school, but for anybody. And we look forward to getting these guys into Marching Mustangs. We hope you enjoy Heroes Triumph. Thanks again, everybody. Thanks for being a great audience. We hope that you guys have a great summer, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Good night, everybody.